This is Asus Republic of Gamers Claymore Keyboard. A $250 keyboard with a detachable numpad, which makes it not only one of the versatile but also one of the most expensive keyboard on the market. Is it worth it? Let's find out. How are you guys? Hope you're all well. First, let's see what comes in the box. Depending on what you'll buy, you'll get the main 10 keyless keyboard named the core. If you buy the whole keyboard, you'll also get the removable numpad called the bund, nice velour textured carrying pouch that will surely catch lint and pet hair easily, although the gesture is surely appreciated. Braided cable with gold-plated connectors, and some sleek metal stickers. You can also buy the Claymore bund if you only bought the core and decided to upgrade. At this price point though, a keycap removal tool and more importantly, a wrist rest would be nice to have. Now, let's take a look at the core. First, build quality. Constructed on an aluminum frame that extends around the side, this is one solid keyboard. The underside is made out of thick plastic and there is no visible flex. The core weighs about 770 grams with cable. At the top, you can see the micro USB port. There is no pass-through here but that makes the cable thinner compared to other keyboards on the market that has one. On both sides of the keyboard, we can see the slotting mechanism and the contact for the pins of the Claymore bund, protected by a rubber that also slots into place and also are symmetrical so you can put any on either side. Here, you can also see the floating key switch design. At the bottom, we have 5 rubber fits. 3 are of large size to prevent the keyboard from moving. 2 adjustable feet can also be found for those that love to use their keyboards at an angle. You can also find here cable routing grooves for both the USB cable as well as the cable routing groove for your headphones. You can also use the space between the core and the bund for your thicker cables. At the front, we can see the aluminum backplate with the Mayan-inspired detailing. Paired with the floating keycaps design, this is one beautiful keyboard in my opinion. You can see the Mayan pattern illuminated by the LED lights from the Cherry MX keys. The font sure got a gamery feel to them, but in my opinion, also a clean one. Keycaps are made out of laser-etched ABS plastic. Definitely a candidate for replacement. With the recent release of Racer's Huntsman Tournament Edition that comes with double-shot PBT keycaps, Asus should up their game the next time they release a new keyboard. No dedicated multimedia keys can be found too. At this price point, that's a disappointment. Function F5 to F12 can be used for it though. At the center bottom, we have a large illuminated ROG symbol. Just note that the symbol is centered on the TKL version of the keyboard, so when you put the bund on either side, it's not centered anymore. Personally though, it doesn't bother me. The bund is also well made. Here you can find a large metal volume rocker with satisfying tactile feedback and click to it when you want to mute your sounds. On its sides, you can find the pin contacts for attaching it to the core, and an adjustable fit at the bottom. It weighs 173 grams and simply slots into place. You can position it both on left or right side, or simply remove it completely for the 10 keyless experience. It moves though when you put pressure on corners. Overall, this keyboard looks and feels every bit as premium as it is. For the switch types, you can choose between Cherry MX Red, Blue, Browns, and Black. For those unfamiliar with mechanical switches of Cherry, the general consensus are the reds are for those who want fast and linear response. The reds have actuation distance of 2mm and actuation force of 45 grams. Next, the blues are for those who spend more time in typing. The blues got tactile and audible feedback with actuation distance of 2.2mm and actuation force of 60 grams. I don't have personal experience on the browns, but it is somewhat between the reds and blues. It has fast response with tactile feedback, actuation distance of 2mm, and actuation force of 55 grams, while the blacks are just heavier reds with actuation force of 60 grams. Overall, you can't go wrong with whatever you choose, and in the end, it's just personal preference. Before buying though, I recommend to check the switches first so you can experience it firsthand. The ROG Claymore also features 100% anti-ghosting with N-key rollover technology to ensure each keystroke is detected, no matter how many keys are pressed. You can also change the repeat acceleration keys on function F1 to F4. Basically, what this means is the rate at which a letter repeats itself when you hold a key down. Also, function F5 to F12 for multimedia and volume controls. Function print screen for the ROG Aura Sync, which will sync up all the lighting of your compatible Asus products like motherboards, graphics cards, and mouse. Function arrow keys for changing the lighting, function left alt for macro recording, function Windows for disabling the Windows key, and finally, function 1 to 5 for your lighting and macro profiles. The Claymore also features instant overclocking of RAM and CPU, and adjustment of fans with compatible motherboards. Although I discourage using this type of overclocking, as going directly to BIOS is still the best way to do it. The keys are individually backlit for unlimited personalization options and fully programmable keys with on-the-fly macro recording. Additionally, we can also find in the num, caps, and scroll lock as well as the Windows key a white LED that indicates whether they are activated or not. You can change the lighting using only the keyboard, but installing the Armory 2 will make it easier. There are 8 total effects: static, breathing, color cycle, everyone's favorite, the wave, which you can also change to be a single color. Ripple, reactive, starry night, and quicksand. The last 4 can also be set to single or random colors. You can also customize and combine the effects to personalize your keyboard even further. You can also record your macro here in Armory 2, as well as activating ROG Aura Sync. In my opinion though, the software is the weakest part of the keyboard. Compared to other brands, you can't download profiles from others who have the same keyboard. No game integration as well, it just lags behind other competitors. As of yet, I don't know any keyboard that offers this kind of flexibility. For me, this is the perfect keyboard, and I use the 3 layouts. The standard layout when I'm working at home and needs the numpad, then use it on the left side when I'm playing Dota 2. I get a decent amount of game time in Dota, and having additional hotkeys or macros on the left side of the keyboard makes it easier to reach. Who didn't want an easier way to spam taunts and voice lines while in game, am I right? Finally, I use the 10 keyless format when I'm playing FPS like PUBG and Apex Legends, or just want to carry a smaller keyboard. 10 keyless layout for FPS is still the best as it makes a lot of room for your mouse. Now, the sound test. Mine came with Cherry MX Blues, but I installed rubber O-rings to dampen the sound a little. I removed them on the arrow keys though so you can hear the difference. As you heard, there's a lot of rattles on my keyboard now. As I've bought this keyboard 2 years ago, my stabilizers need relubing. Overall, this is one solid choice of a keyboard for those who have the money to spend. I've bought and have been using this keyboard for more than 2 years now, and the ABS plastic keycaps are still in good condition. Though there is definitely a shine on the keycaps that I use more often. The design is stellar. Performance is great. The removable band can be useful. Typing experience is also excellent. If you can stomach the price, which is its biggest con at around $250 or around 1,000 dirhams if you're here in the UAE like me, or around 10,000 pesos for my fellow kabayans out there, you'll be getting one of the flexible gaming keyboard. At this price and date though, there are certainly other alternatives on the market right now, like the Logitech wireless mechanical keyboard and other custom mechanical keyboards. That's it for today. Hope you enjoy. If you like this video, you know what to do down below. Thanks for watching and see you all on the next one.